Prince Harry has embarked on a surprise visit to Angola to continue his late mother, Princess Diana's efforts to eliminate landmines. Reilly Sullivan is a lifestyle reporter here at skynews.com.au. He's always across the latest celebrity headlines. Reilly, great to see you.
Great to be back.
Let's talk about Prince Harry's visit. He's just returned from the African nation of Angola to continue his mother's work eliminating landmines. What was on the itinerary during the trip?
Right, well, this was quite a surprise visit from Harry. As you said, he visited Angola earlier this week. He met with the president of Angola, and it was in relation to landmines. Of course, that was really one of the main legacies, I think, of his mother, Princess Diana. She massively increased the profile of that issue when she went to Angola in 1997. And it's quite a haunting thing, you know, because she did all this amazing work for landmines, raising awareness of this issue, but she never really lived to see what she achieved, because when she went to Angola, that was in January 97, she actually died several months later. So I think for Harry, this is a very important cause. It is probably a direct line really to his mother's legacy, and he's always sort of kept up this link to Angola. He last went there in 2019. As we can see in some footage, he recreated those iconic scenes of Diana walking through the minefield, and this is really a cause that has sort of maintained a place in his duties since leaving the royal family. I think it was a really wonderful visit and really a sign that, you know, when he's there, when he's really focusing on the issues and really important philanthropic causes, he is still effective.
We can't help but notice, though, Meghan Markle did not join Harry for the visit to Angola. Do we know why she didn't want to join?
Yeah, there was an insider that said that Meghan chose not to go because of personal safety concerns. This is the same sort of reason that has been given in the past for why she refuses to return to the UK. But I've never really believed that. You know, I think that there have been, you know, examples of Meghan going to Colombia, going to Nigeria. So, you know, certainly she doesn't, she's not afraid to travel outside of California, but it seems kind of like a selective thing where maybe when it's not something that she's interested in, or maybe it doesn't align with what she's doing, you know, she probably, you know, kind of pulls the security card. But I mean, it is a contrast. You know, I'm not saying that Meghan doesn't have an interest in philanthropy, but I do think that she probably, you know, I mean, she has every right not to be as interested. She, I think, is prioritising other things. She's trying to build a business. She's selling wines and jams. And I think that, you know, for Harry, he's a little bit more focused on the philanthropy.
Yes, I think Meghan's focused on Instagram, but the Sussexes are reportedly getting closer to a possible truce with the royal family. This is after Harry and Meghan's team was seen meeting with one of the King's aides. What's the latest possible reconciliation? Could we see Prince William even being involved?
Yeah, you know, we saw those photos over the weekend, supposedly, of the Sussex team meeting with the King's team. And there was all this speculation this week that, you know, this is a real concrete sign of a possible summit or a meeting. And I think that that could be on the cards. But I think that there's a really important distinction here. I think any kind of reconciliation between Charles and Harry, I don't think that's really a reconciliation with the monarchy. I think it's just a father and son thing. I don't think William would be involved. I think William has well and truly put Harry in the freezer, and he's moved on. You know, he's focusing on plans for his reign, and I don't really see any real movement there. But I could see Harry definitely reconciling with King Charles, because, you know, at the end of the day, the monarch has cancer. The king is, you know, hopefully in good health and will remain in good health for years to come. But of course, that would be a consideration. You know, anyone who's had a kind of rift with a family member, you know, you want to bury that hatchet in their lifetime. I think it would be a tragedy if Harry was never able to reconcile with the king in his lifetime. But I think it's more a personal thing. I don't think that this would be a sign of them, you know, coming back to royal duties or a big reconciliation. I think it would just be father and son sitting down.